Hello and welcome back to Tales of Berseria. Let's be blind and near Rambler. Right then, we have to go back to the village and see what is happening. And as we can see from all of the clouds and floaty black bits and the joyous music, something's going down. But what is it? Is it good? Is it bad? Probably bad. Either way, we're wearing sunglasses, so it's okay. Well, they don't look so good. Oh, they look a little bit dazed. Hi! You didn't fuck anything up.
Tim, what's up? Did you come to share something else you found in that book?
Not quite. I'm afraid the malevolence has grown too dense for me to hole up at the inn reading.
Malevolence?
Well, that's what we unleashed last time, wasn't it? Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh dear. They're all going to turn into demons.
The hell? What's that coming out of their bodies?
The T-virus!
Malevolence. They're all hitting their limits.
Yeah, I thought so. Well, we fucked up there, didn't we? Not that it matters, because we're only after Artorias anyway. I mean, we... Oh, uh-oh, jeez. No, it's just normal. Just the game just wanted to make sure that it was definitely that.
Why is this happening?
They're demons now. Their malevolence is spilling over.
The malevolence. All of that energy spilling from their bodies? That's what causes the demon blight?
Is it? Well, to be fair, I don't know. I just know that that guy just summoned it out of nowhere, so...
Do you know what demon blight really is? What demons are?
If you do, I'm going to be pissed, because, you know, there is no reason for you not to have told us this shit, other than, bad
They
writing.
couldn't have gotten far. Track them down at all costs.
Well, but of course, plot inconvenience means we have to wait for that exposition. Yep, of course, yep. He knows, doesn't he? Interesting. Unless it's to do with his curse.
The exorcists are going to have their hands full with these demons. Let's get back to the ship while we can.
All going very slow as well. I've turned all the programs off in the background that usually run, like antivirus and all that, so hopefully it makes it run a bit faster. But of course my laptop is, like I said, on the verge of death anyway, so... Alright, we don't have to fight the demons. They just stood there and just allowed us to walk past. I mean, I know we're demons ourselves, but surely, surely they would have done something. Maybe they were in shock still of the demon blight, you know. They're like, oh no, we've become demons, how tragic. Oh, what do we do? And it's kind of like working out what to do. And then by the time they'd realised what it is they needed to do, we'd already left. So hey ho. Right, anyway, we're just going to go straight back to the ship. That's not the right way, is it? We're just going to go straight back to the ship, no dicking around. If any enemies do try to challenge us, obviously we'll fight them if they come into our path, but I'm going to avoid them for now. We did lots of training. I think grinding-wise, we're still okay for now. I'm just desperately needing some items, that's my problem. In fact, we know we are. Oh no, I was just about to say we know we are because the enemies won't be running after us, but they are. Which reminds me, we have expedition to sort, so even though we have tragic things happening, we still need to get this sorted. And we've learned a new recipe. Feline? It's not feline. Feline Emperor Ratatouille. Lovely. Yes, keep exploring. More things would be nice. Like more foods and treasures. But yeah, anyway, that sorted aside, yeah, we're just going to skip past all this stuff. Like I said, we're all good to go. But yeah, so I can't remember what happened last video because it's been over a week and I was going to record one last night and have it uploaded last night being Monday night, today being Tuesday night, and check the dates of the upload to know what time period I'm talking about! Damn it, Sunmole! I forget, because what happened in the last video? I'm just trying to remember. It was... Oh, we killed one of the... No, we didn't kill one of the Therions, did we? No, we've actually got the Therion with us, the girl. We spared her, even though Vesper was going to eat her with her hand. Somehow, I think Eleanor managed to convince her not to. Because she did say, I could kill her at any time, really, if I have to. But she also said, there's something I want to try out, or there's something that isn't quite sitting with me. So even if she is going to kill the Therion, the Therion later, the girl that we've got with her later. Yeah, Velvet seems to have caught on to something. She's not quite comfortable with how it's going out.
Sorry to catch
I came
you.
up with some crackpot theories last time. I cannot remember what they were. Oh, we got a grade bonus. Oh yeah, we've unlocked this grady thing, haven't we? So if we keep fighting, we can get those bonuses, but it really doesn't matter at this point. So we're going to waste it because, like I said, we don't need it. I think all it does is it just improves loot drops, doesn't it? And skill points. You know, like yeah, AP points towards your abilities. I think that's all it does. And if it's 1.1, then we're only getting a 10% increase. That's not really much. But yeah, at least we've got that as a bonus now for grinding, which basically I think the game is about to encourage us now that you need to go on a severe grind fest, because I think eventually things become more open plan. Like you get to backtrack and go back to other places you've been to. I'm not sure, I think somebody said so. It becomes very open world, but for a long time it's quite linear. Not bothered either way. But anyway, well, so far the malevolence hasn't reached here yet, but the clouds are still bad though. Hey, did you just hear a strange sound coming from Harrier village? Did you know I can't speak properly? It was probably just the waves. Yeah, it was the waves, girls. Under no circumstances was it the people turning into demons from their malevolence. Absolutely not. It was just waves. They do that sometimes, make those demon-like sounds. You just can't, you know. You can't deal with it. That's a game, isn't it? I don't need that. I need to get hopefully buy some stuff. Hopefully we can buy some stuff, because I think the malevolence is obviously heading this way, but hopefully we can still go to the shop or the inn. Ah, another peaceful day. Well, you've just gone and jinxed it and cursed it all now, haven't you? Another peaceful day. Who says that when evil's coming? I'll tell you who says that. Cliches. Cliches say that. Now you've doomed us all. Well, doomed yourselves anyway. We'll be alright. I think, anyway. Oh well, this village is going to die too. And it's such a shame because it was such a lovely place as well. I really wanted to come here for a holiday, like I said before, but nope. No, we have to go fuck it up for the sake of killing Lord Altorius. It's just fair enough, really, because like I said, he does need to die. I still think Velvet's revenge plan is definitely #1 priority here, even if that means there's a few casualties. Meh, can't be helped. Yeah, I think we can, unless the cutscene takes over, I think we can do a few bits and bobs. Don't need to worry about infantry or weapons or stuff, but we will see if we can get some items from somewhere, but the trouble is I don't know where the shop is. I might even have gone past it. No, I think the shop's up ahead, so we'll be alright. Yeah, it's probably be the last day. Closing down sale, everyone. Demon Blight sale. 99% off. You'll never guess what I saw. It was only this morning down by the coast. That new exorcist, Lord Oscar, was up in a tree collecting cast-off cicada husks. You don't see that kind of... or cicada or whatever outside this island, you know. I guess he's still a young boy at heart after all. Yeah, well, he's about to get his ass handed to him if he's not prepared to be a man and start defending this place from the demons that we accidentally did so. Lord Oscar is the new governor of Southgard. He's a good, honest man, so I'm sure he and Princess Mahina can come to a favourable agreement, and then you'll die horribly. Sadly. Now, can we stay here the night? Oh, hello there. We have cool rooms to relax in. I'd love to. Thank you. And we can. We can stay the night before shit goes down because time freezes for some reason. Grand. That's good. That's good. I'm happy now. Well, at least we've got to have one last stay before it all goes to pot. Buying and selling rare insects is my trade. I'm here to collect rhinoceros and stag beetles from this area. Well, we've got one of both. I used to gather them in Warg Forest, but the Abbey has that place closed off for now. Oh yeah, my bad. It's because I got the last one. There's an unusual line of work. Who buys bugs in days like these? There are always passionate collectors out there. Some even say they'll pay anything for a demon insect specimen. It's a frightening world. Yeah, well, it's about to get a lot more frightening for you in a minute. Okay. Right, shop. I need to stock up on shit. I might leave a gap for potential treasure chest finds, but we've got so much gold, it doesn't matter. These Aminoch figurines just aren't selling, but I guess there aren't many people coming through. Unless... You don't think it's a problem with the figurines themselves, do you? No, they're fine! I'm sure the Demon Blight customers who are coming very soon will love to enjoy them. And maybe not necessarily buy them, but they'll enjoy them in their own demonic way. Step right in! We got a lot of locally made items. Take your time! I'll take some time. Not much, but whatever's. Right, apple gel. Let's get 5. And let's get... Oh god, we need loads of peach gel. Let's get another 10 of those. I would get more, but I want to leave some for chests and stuff. In fact, I might sell a few Panchia bottles. Oh no, I have to check. I have to select that, don't I? What's the arcane bottle? Oh, remove all status elements from one ally and restore HP by 40%. Oh, we need a few of those, don't we? Right, let's get 7 of those. Arcane bottle. That's so expensive. Mysterious potion that restores an ally's BG by 2 while in battle. I'll get 1 for now. I like having 419,000 gold. No, let's get 3 actually. Solid. I'll just throw all that out the window. Oh, the shop has reached level 8. You will now receive a discount. Receive Bumper Upper. A weighty pendant that helps the wearer grow stronger faster. Attracts a lot of attention. Sweet. Okay, well, we can give that to Thingy then. And prices have come down as well. That's good. We've got all this other stuff. I'm not going to worry about all this for now. We're fine. Yeah, no, we'll just stick with what we've got. Okay, right, well, before we do... That's the wrong button. Which button is it? No, button. No. This button. See, it's been that long, people. Right, let's see if he needs the thing. What was it? It was a pendant. No, you're still working on that one, aren't you? What's that do? Equipment, skills, learning, speed. Oh, the speed goes up with that. Ooh. Actually, no. I might... Oh, yeah, no, I'll switch to that, actually. No, why not? Not a bad investment, that. Okay, that's pretty cool. Thank you, shop man. Again, I'll give you a heads up, actually. Not that you can listen to me because you're a pre-programmed character. But there are some, like, demons coming. They may want to kill you, or you may get transformed into one. I would pack up shop and go. Like, right now. We got a ship. You can come with us. No? You're going to be there? Okay, fine. Well, don't say I didn't warn you. I am nice. I know. Right, anyway, let's... I don't know where to go. Well, I know where to go, but am I going the right way? I think I am. Yes, I am. I just want out of here now, don't we? Shit's about to go down. Yseult used to be the hottest vacation spot around. Newlyweds would flock here on their honeymoons. Hooey! How come my generation misses out on all the cool stuff? I think you have trouble finding a husband no matter what your surroundings. Well, no! There's demons coming! I'm sure a lot of them would love to stuff their penises in you, or penis-like objects, so I'm sure you'll find one there. Oh, apparently playing underneath houses is dangerous, so we're not allowed enough fort anymore. They're becoming a little dangerous, all part of the process of growing up. Adults just don't understand. Yep. Demons do, though. They do. I'm sure they'll let you, when they take over here and eat you, parents, and maybe you, maybe Spay, I don't know. They'll let you go back to the fort. They're not that disciplined. Why would the Abbey set up camp in a backwater place like Palamides? Yseult's the heart of Southgan, so defending it first seems more reasonable to me. That's because we fucked up the temple. Sorry about that. Really, sorry. Yeah, you're all dead. I'm so sorry. I feel really bad now. I mean, Velvet won't give a shit, but I do. Never mind, off we go. Leave them to their fate. Oh, it's still more village to go through. Oh, god damn it, it's really stretching this out, isn't it? I mean, not on purpose, just like playing with my emotions and shit. Because I'm a caring person. Ah, see, I had no idea the situation in Horaria was that bad. Yeah, everyone chose one side or the other, the Abbey versus Aminoch. And a little village like that, tension builds up fast. I understand how they feel, but right now the Abbey's our only option. Not for much longer, buddy! Don't think we went in here last time, did we? I don't know. Oh no, we did. With respect to him. Okay, we did, and I forgot. Coolios. Okay, that's fine. Right. Oh, slow down. Let's slowly make our way to the safe point. Oh, before we do. Being stationed in Southgard is rough. I've lost 20 pounds since I got here. Haha. You got a long way to go yet. I've lost over 60 pounds. Isn't that worth a trip to the doctor? It's going to be worth a trip to a demon doctor. Okay, I'll stop making the demon lame jokes. I mean, they're not even really jokes, are they? They're just comments. Lame comments, whatever. Point being... Oh!
Where are we going? Where's my mom?
Oh, she's dead, bro.
Moana,
Oh, you ate her!
your mother is still far away.
Then I need to wait for her at home. Let's go back to Horia.
Scary demons are running through the village. It's too dangerous there now.
And you're
But
one
I
of them.
want to see my mom.
Your mom would be sad if you got hurt by a demon. Come with us, and we'll keep you safe until she comes back.
Yeah, we'll cut her out of you in no
Okay,
time.
I'll go with you. I wouldn't want Mom to be sad.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll talk about that later, kid. You know, like the whole... Did your mum ever have the conversation with you about the birds and the bees? Yeah, yours is about... cannibals and vultures. Something along those lines. It's not as pleasant, but... There will be some hot chocolate in it. Okay, that'll make things better. Hot chocolate's always good. It may seem like summer all the time in the Southgate if you're an outsider, but it's been getting cooler and cooler for the past 10 years or so. When I was a boy, it was always blazing hot during summer festival season. Wait, now that I think about it, it started to cool down around the time people's faith in Ammonage started to wane. Yeah, well, it's about to wane a whole lot more. Oh dear. Up north they have towns in ruins, and demons are burning ports and even sneaking into the royal villa. Compared to that, your soul seems quite peaceful. Yeah, well, you insert you-know-what. Well, goodbye folks, it's been a lovely time staying here. I'm so sorry I fucked it up for you all, but, you know, needs a must, gotta go.
All right. You're going to tell me about the demon blight and malevolence.
Oh, I'm gonna shove my Theria wrist
Are you
so far up
seriously
your ass.
thinking of breaking the Moloch taboo?
Oh, it's a taboo.
Depends.
Moloch taboo?
This is about more than just the demons. You could say it's the truth behind how this world really works.
You see, when a Malak and a demon like each other
Knowledge
very,
can be
very much.
devastating to humans, throwing into question everything they think they know.
Oh.
And so the Malachim agreed to withhold it from humans. For their own protection.
So in other words, we're not really humans, we're aliens from another planet. Got it. I can live with that.
Do you still want to know?
Well, we're all demons. Except for
It's not
Eleanor.
like I'm a human anymore.
There you go. Booyah! You need that CSI meme. Yeah!
I
Dun,
can't keep
dun,
lying to
dun, dun, dun.
myself. I can't go on unless I know the truth.
You asked for it.
Yeah, alright.
First of all, this thing, this illness you call demon blight does not exist.
Thought so.
Any human carries the potential of becoming a demon. All it takes is for the malevolence lurking in their heart to overflow.
Oh, the girl in the background just standing around going, "Ooh, lemons!
And
My
what
mum never
exactly
took me
is
over
this
here."
malevolence? Impure emotions beyond what reason can suppress. Think of it as the sin buried in men's souls.
In other words, things we want to do that we can't do. Got it?
So you knew.
I'm a witch. So malevolence is the darkness in all our hearts. Make any sense to you
Yes.
guys? Any at all?
Yes, don't insult us with this. Oh, come on!
Like that. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
This is like emotional science
By
101.
nature, humans are incited by negative energy.
Yes, I know.
It is easy to turn them towards impurity, creating malevolence.
That's how. Yes, you're right. We're designed that
In
way
fact, most people are constantly generating malevolence.
because it's our self-defense mechanisms against
It
threats.
might
If we
even be
didn't, we'd just be
possible that
easily
demons
killed
are
every
people's
day.
True selves, and what little reason they possess is all that keeps them in human form.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I can consider that.
If the masses realize this, the realm would be thrown into utter chaos. That's why the Abbey propagates the lie of demon blight.
Ah, to keep in control.
So I presume.
That's not really
That can't be
groundbreaking, though.
true. You know yourselves there weren't any demons before the opening.
Oh, that's a good point.
It used to be that humans couldn't see demons or Malachim. Not unless they possessed a unique spiritual talent we call resonance.
Oh, wasn't
All your average
yeah,
human would
this
see
was
was
mentioned
someone
yeah,
turning
ages ago, wasn't
extremely
it?
violent.
Oh.
Unable to explain what was happening, they just call those people possessed or feral.
Well, like just
Then
yeah,
what
crazy
made
people.
people see them all of a sudden.
Okay, that's interesting.
I don't know. My guess would be that something triggered greater resonance among all of humanity.
Brexit! Ah, I knew it! We're all going to turn
Then,
into demons, that's why
on the
nobody
day
wants
of
it.
the
Ah,
Advent,
should have known.
All humans gain the ability to perceive Malachim. And in the following days, the exorcist numbers swelled.
This has to be Artorias' doing.
Yeah, he did have a hand in it, didn't he? He knew a lot of this. But I can't remember when he said that they have this
But
unique
if there's
talent.
no
It was mentioned
sickness,
ages ago. We've completely
Why
forgotten all
would
about it,
an
haven't we?
entire village turn
Well,
into
Taurus
demons
has
at
got
the
it.
same time?
They can contact people,
Big-headed
can't
is
they?
the
Or they
Lord
can
of the
summon
Way,
Malaks or something like that.
with
Yeah, it was
7
mentioned a while
mouths
ago,
to
wasn't it?
devour malevolence. Humans produce malevolence, which Therians consume and transmit to a Nominat. But when we removed Kamawana from the Earth Pulse point,
That's the girl. You probably knew that, but I need to remind myself.
Clever boy. That's right. With no Therian to absorb their
Oh!
malevolence, the villagers could no longer contain it.
Oh!
So you're saying it's all my fault?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Yeah, but you didn't tell us this, so it's not really our fault directly. Kid.
Hey, what's going on? You all look so sad. It's scaring me.
Yeah, you need to go back into being a demon and eating things. Is that alright? Kind of like put you back in that temple.
On the other hand, at least now we know we can trust the contents of that ancient book.
Oh, all that.
We tear the Therians away from their Earth Pulse points. Inominat's power will wane, and will prevent this awakening.
Very true. But then that'll turn everybody into
But
demons
if
then.
we take away the Therians, then more and more humans will turn into demons.
Yeah,
It's the only way to kill Artorias.
interesting plot that they
The
plot
knives
points they
come
put in
out.
that. Or what would they call
So
it?
even the truth won't stop you. Very well.
So yeah, like an interesting. Is it? Yeah, it's a plot point, isn't it? Interesting plot point that they've developed now to say that her
Since
killing
each Therian looks
Artorias
different,
will basically
we'll
be
only
the end
find
of
them by
humanity as we
capturing
know
the
it.
Earth Pulse points one by one.
That's interesting.
What separates humans and demons?
Donuts, beer, chocolate, sex, sports cars, jewelry.
Eleanor.
You know.
Cheer up, Eleanor. Your mommy's looking over you too, you know.
Delicious demon form. Become one with the demons, child.
Yeah, so she is. Thank you, Kamala.
But it does. I'm not gonna lie. That's an interesting plot development because.
Grimoire.
Oh, sorry.
I want you to tell me more about what you said earlier. About malevolence? I told you, the subject is taboo. I understand that human emotions create a poison called malevolence that turns people into demons. Is there no way to stop malevolence from being created? As long as humans remain human, no. Malevolence is born of emotion, you see. But your kind must have found a way around it. Malakim experience emotions too. But Malakim do not produce malevolence.
Yeah, 'cause they're not
unlike
human, are they?
humans. That's a lie. I've watched a Malak turn into a demon. That only happens when we are exposed to too much external malevolence.
When was that? I can't remember. Oh,
True. The island was full of prisoners and demons.
when was?
And Melchior hit that Malak with something that turned it into a wyvern.
Oh, that's right.
Was
Yeah,
it
yeah.
malevolence?
Long time ago. Yeah, I remember.
To Malakim, malevolence is a powerful toxin. We seek those of purity to serve as vessels to protect us from
Right,
it.
got
It is
you.
not a perfect solution,
No,
however.
because those vessels tend to be
If
humans,
the
don't
vessel
they?
is corrupted, the Malak is as well.
Yeah.
That is correct. So if Eleanor turns into a demon, then Laphicet... That must be what Eisen meant when he said he'd hate to see Laphicet's vessel broken.
Right. Yeah, that makes
A
more sense
small
about that
crack
plot point
in
then.
one's soul is often all it takes to break a person apart. So try not to pick on our squeaky clean exorcist too much, Thanks for the warning.
Yeah, I mean, like, before we proceed onwards, I'm not trying to stall or anything, but that is an interesting plot point because obviously Velvet currently doesn't really prioritize it. So, but what it seems to insinuate is that if we do go ahead and take care of Inominats, again, I'm sorry for the mispronunciation, and that's devouring the malevolence, then that means that the humans will the malevolence will rise, and therefore they'll all turn into demons. Hence why the demon blight is not a disease, which kind of makes sense. But what I don't understand is, yeah, and I think it has been explained here, but I probably didn't pick it up, is Malaks can turn into demons if they're exposed to too much malevolence. So it's a toxin, hence why they go for the pure vessels. That makes sense. Okay, I get that. Obviously, it's not a perfect solution because the vessels can. Oh, well, they're human, aren't they? To a degree. Eleanor's a human, isn't she? So therefore, she's an exorcist, but she's a human. So therefore, she can be corrupt. But you know, if she has little malevolence in her, then obviously that means the Malak can take more. But what was I can't remember what my original point was now. I was going on I was like on the train and all of a sudden the tracks disappeared and I've got to crash somewhere. What was I going to say? Nope, forgotten it. No, I don't know what it was. It's something along the lines of yeah, it's like kind of like inevitable. That's it. Yeah, the malevolence. Then, yeah. So, if we kill the Inomians and all that, so Inominat or whatever, then the malevolence rises. Does that mean that humans are always perpetually giving off malevolence? Because I think they said because we're so negatively orientated, I guess we are, aren't we? So I guess that it just builds up and builds up and builds up. So we can't help but produce it as a result of emotion. But surely that would mean every human would turn into a demon. Then there'd be a handful able to resist it further because they'll be more pure or anything. But that would be the end of the human race, wouldn't it? But then again, maybe that's a good thing in this case. You know, maybe not that I'd say humans are bad or anything, but I mean, like maybe it's kind of like inevitable, really. But then again, this is a prequel, isn't it? So I'll be interested to see in this gaming franchise. This is a prequel to one of the other games, so I'll be interested to see how they get around it. So I think Velvet will still kill Artorias. But I think something will happen, because I said, oh, she's going to kill it, and then she'll become a Nomiat or something like that, and we'll have to kill Velvet, and then Velvet will die. I still think that's going to happen, but I think something will happen maybe with Eleanor, maybe, that will mean that the malevolence is somehow still contained, perhaps. Or maybe not, and we all turn into demons, and then in future games it's like a, you know, like this land is all ruined. So this whole place that we're exploring all becomes a ruin, you know, and then in many years into the future, yeah, people go there or something like that. I don't know. Intriguing. I don't know. It's intriguing. But let's just go and quickly have a look over here, because this guy we've got someone to speak to.
So I rescued this poacher who'd run away from one of those Class 4 islands, right? She mentioned something about being hired by some chef to go hunt a rare wolf on the island. But she didn't see a single blasted critter on that island, let alone any rare wolf. Place was empty.
Then why did she run away?
Even though she never saw nothing, she kept hearing some beast howling round the island. Freaked her right out, I tell ya. When she got back to her boat, her food had been pilfered, and her ship was scratched up to hell. She got out of there as quick as she could, but her ship sunk soon as she hit open water.
Sounds like whatever's there is as smart and manipulative as it is vicious.
Sounds like. Later I heard some talk about how several exorcists had gotten killed on that island. If you plan on going, you'd best be very cautious.
Ah, so we can go to a new class 4 administrative zone. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. Okay, that's fine. What else we got? I hear stories of Corsair's Scourge coming from all over lately. I hadn't heard of any new cases for nearly 10 years. Why now? Maybe it really is the era of disaster. Could be. In any case, I'm telling everyone I know to keep Salatoma close at hand. Yes, that's right. It's that horrible planet, isn't it? Always be sure none of your supplies are spoiled before setting sail. Probably the most logical statement I've heard in this entire game. Cool. No, I tell a lie. I've heard plenty. But yeah, no, interesting plot point. I'd like to see where this is going to go now. Get the ship loaded up and ready to sail. If I catch you slacking, I'll string you up by your feet from the manifest. Or the main mast. After I give you the manifest, then I'll string you up the main mast. After you know the manifest. Remember to pack plenty of fruit and vegetables. Yeah, you're going to need them. Just the secret to surviving on voyages. Yeah, I know, but you know, you're not going to be able to get anything back here in a bit. It's all going to be consumed. Right, so... that is interesting. How is this going to play out then? I can't think, unless there's some, you know, extra plot point that comes later. I don't understand how we can get out of this. Oh well, not our problem.
Sir, we just received a Sylph J from the boss of the Bloodwings. She has a job for us and wants us to meet her in Logres. How should we respond?
Let's do it. Besides, we need to see if that demon in the villa was actually a Therian.
Good point. And the Bloodwings might know something about the other Therians too. We're heading for Logres. Prepare to set sail.
Ready anytime!
Okay. Don't know if that's related to what that guy was saying over there. I don't think it was. It's something separate, isn't it? So, demon in the villa. Which villa was that then? I forget. It's been so long. Right. Oh, we can go to the Abherent Quarter. I think we've been there, hadn't we? And then... yeah, we've been there. This is the new one. Terrible howling can be... alright, Beast Quarter then. Oh, it's only just round the back of where we are. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I can't wait to see how this is going to end. But I'm also a little bit nervous about how this is going to end. Oh, it's another one of these trials. Oh, that's a bit disappointing. But oh, hey ho, whatever's. So I guess they're all the same then. That's fine. But what was I saying? Yeah, no, I'm a little bit nervous that the story isn't going to end satisfyingly for me. And I only say that for me because I'm a sucker for like happy endings or endings that have a bittersweet nature to them. Like, yeah, it's happy, but obviously sacrifices and sadness had to be made, but they're at peace, blah blah blah. I don't like that sort of thing, but I can, you know, I can roll with it. But it can be a little bit ham-fisted as well. Like, it's perpetually negative. Like, it is going to be the way it is. Think of it like, oh god. God of War 3, where the way that ended. Yes, it ended in the same way Pandora's Box sort of ended, in that, you know, Kratos gives hope to the world, and then but everywhere is completely fucked. You know, like at the closing scene there's storms everywhere, tornadoes, everything's flooded, everyone's dead pretty much, and yet he kills himself to release hope to the world. But it's still a very bleak ending. You know, who's going to survive that? A bit like with this. Well, if we kill Inomiat, then who's going to survive it to carry on, you know? But obviously they must, so I'm hoping that if it ends badly, there's like a hint that things will be alright, and then whatever the next game was in the series, story-wise that is, not the next one, but the one that was the sequel to this, in a way, that, yeah, it makes sense then. But well, whatever, well, time will tell. Either way, we'll see. I hope this ends well with, you know, Velvet getting what she wants and it being at peace, even if that means the afterlife. I just hope that she doesn't have to sacrifice herself and it's just really dumb. Like, you just be like, there, I've done my thing. The world is still the way it is and I didn't achieve what I wanted, but hey ho, I learned something. I hope it's not like that, because that would be just rubbish. At least unless she gets to see her brother again or something like that. Like, I don't expect her to live, but I hope she gets peace and clarity. But like she sees Laphicet again, like a real brother or something like that. That would be fine. But I've said that before. Right, demons, let's do it.
I'll finish this quickly.
Hopefully, again, we should be able to do this one. We've grinded enough, so I'm not too worried about this one. I've bought enough items to get by. So yeah, these are all the same then, because I did ask somebody, well, I did ask you guys and girls who were watching maybe to comment on it, but obviously nobody did. But that's fine. I'm not offended, or I don't mind either, because, you know, there's a lot better LPs of this game out there, and, you know, I go on for ages, and the videos are really long. I don't mind. Oh, and the quality of my videos is abysmal. But again, I don't mind. But at least we now know now, so I can roll with it. Because that's it, that's the one thing as well. Not that it matters to any of you because nobody's really watching, but I've been getting lots of comments now through from my Binding of Isaac LP that I did like ages ago, and they're still giving me things like, early on in the videos, bless their souls, they're all like, you know, if you'd have just done this, or you know, if you'd have just picked up this item, or if you'd have realised that getting 2 soul hearts gives you a red heart at the end of a level, blah blah blah, then you would have made this a lot easier. You do know that there's more bosses after this. You know that there's more than one ending, right? And you're there going like, I've already played the games, so no, at the time I did not. Why are you commenting on it now, then commenting it saying as if I'm still playing it now? I know what happens in the end, and when I didn't know what happens, it's a blind LP. I had no idea, you know. So yeah, people comment on it as if I'm still playing it now, and it's kind of like, no, I'm done playing it. It was a great game, but yeah, a lot of the stuff that they say, oh, you do realise this. I'm like, yeah, I discover it later in the LP. Spoilers. It's really funny, that's all. And some people obviously say you're a dick and an idiot, useless. That's fair enough, because you can say, well, yeah, it's a blind LP. Of course I am. And I'm not a very nice person either, so, you know, that's fine as well. But the point being is that, yeah, they comment on it as if I'm, like, actually playing it now, and it's like, no, I played it a couple of years ago. You know, I'm over it. But like I said, still a very good game. Or maybe one day I'll return to it and have a look at Afterbirth Plus, because Afterbirth Plus makes it a bit harder. Oh yeah, somebody did say in the comments actually for Binding of Isaac that the Rebirth. I think no, what was I playing? I think I was playing Afterbirth. Afterbirth is actually easier than Rebirth, but I think I already was told about the difficulty changes between the vanilla version of Binding of Isaac and then Rebirth and then Afterbirth. I think I was told that they made things a bit easier, but he was like, yeah, you're playing the game on easy mode now that you're playing it on Afterbirth. I'm like, so? I don't care! It's a freaking hard game! But I'm not playing it to be the best, I'm not playing it for the ultimate challenge or testing my skills. I played it because people wanted me to. It was gifted to me, and I checked it out and really liked it. But I'm not an expert game player, far from it, you know. I like games, but I don't proclaim to be good. So it's just funny that people sort of comment still and they're like, oh, you could have done this, oh, why aren't you doing this, or blah blah blah, like, because it was a blind LP and I'm not a professional. I never claimed I was. You know, but anyway, whatever's. It happens with lots of LPs. I'm not the only one. But it's funny. But at the same time, I don't mind because I do respond to some of the comments back and sort of say kindly to them. Yeah, you do realise it was a blind LP, right? You do realise that I didn't know that because I was playing the game for the first time, you know. But it's so nice that people are watching it, and for some reason, a lot of people are liking it as well, which is nice. Recently, anyway. So, if people get entertainment out of it and like it, that's all that matters. Anyway, going back to this, let's do a mystical art, shall we? Or mystic art. Oh my god, that did a tremendous amount of damage. Bloody hell. Wow, we really kick those dog things' asses there, don't we? Because we like super effective critical damage all the time. I have no idea why, but I'm sure if I could be bothered to find out, I'd know. Or understand why. But luckily, hopefully this will end in a bit. Because I mean, like I said, I like doing optional stuff in games, like RPG games, or JRPG games. I like doing the optional stuff, if I can. It's always fun. I used to as a kid. And it's nothing to do with like, oh, I did it because I'm the best. I just did it because I love doing it, you know. It's always, for some reason, a challenge I liked indulging in. Usually the rewards were there that made it worth it, but sometimes they didn't have any rewards. It was just like a, you know, oh, you beat this super boss, or oh, you did this extra hard side quest that doesn't really relate to the main story, however. Well done you! Have a sticker. That was all you got, you know, but it was like you did it for the privilege of doing it rather than getting anything out of it, but most of the time I did it if there was a good reward for it. If there wasn't, I couldn't be bothered, unless the story was so interesting. I was like, oh, I really need to know. But really, there's been very few games that I've played in my life that have made me feel that way. But then again, I haven't played all the games. There's tons I haven't played, and there's tons I'll never play. That's a depressing thought. You know, there's loads of video games you'll never play. Well, we didn't. We found that really easy. So yeah, lots of stuff there. That was all demons defeated. And we got the Featherlight Steps, which is a new item. Lightweight women's shoes made from mobility, but would like to get waterlogged in something that I forgot to check. Right, okay. So, equipment. Have you finished yours? You have. Who else has? You take priority, my dear. I don't think you can actually wear them. Oh, you can. You can wear them. But there's absolutely no reason. There's no reason to because we've already got it. God damn it! Why did you give us that then? What was the point of doing that? It was just give us an item, a piece of loot we've already got. That's rubbish. I hate games that do that, and I know a lot of games recently do that. They keep giving you recurring loot that you really don't need and have no reason to have it for. That is lame.
Take a look at this.
Again, you did it for the privilege.
Scout ship.
Whatevers. Oh well, we did it. That's that. Right, we need to get. Wait. Oh, I thought we had been there. Surely we have been there though. Is this part of the plot then? But I thought we had been there. Why is it not greyed out? Why is this not greyed out? We've been here, we did it. I'm confused, but we've been here, we've done it. Do we have to do it again? Summon demons. Oh. Do I need to do it again? I suppose we could. Give it a go, I guess. Alright, well, we'll do it again then. I don't think we need to, but... Oh god, sorry, my eyes are really killing me now. Ow, my eyes! I can't see! Okay.
I'll finish this now.
I don't think we need to do this again. I think this is just the game. I think I'm just misinterpreting... I think I'm misinterpreting something, basically, and I've gone and done this again for no reason. Okay, well, I apologise for this. This isn't really part of the plan, but I just wanted to make sure I ticked it off the map box, that was all. Because I can't imagine it being any harder than this. I mean, it might be, but I think this is kind of pointless. But whatever's. We'll do it again, and if we don't get anything extra out of it, then we know not to do it again in the future. Because like I said, we have done this one, so why it wasn't marked on the map, I don't know. But what was? I mean, what else can we talk about in this time period? I mean, actually, you know what? You could just skip ahead in the video. Skip ahead till after we've done this bit. I'll talk anyway, but I would just advise you just skip a few minutes ahead, and then we'll carry on with normal stuff. But for those of you who are hanging around for this, what else let's talk about? Oh, actually, yes, there is something to talk about in the gaming industry. Google today announced a new gaming service that they're going to release. I can't remember what it was called. It was either Stadia or Stradia or something along those lines. I forgot what it's called. But essentially, they're releasing their own cloud gaming service with their own controller, and essentially the idea is that, as I'm sure you can guess from the the function that I said, it's a cloud streaming device, which I know Microsoft's trying to do, Microsoft's trying to do. I don't know if Sony's doing it. Somebody else was doing it. It's Microsoft and was it Epic Games? No, it can't have been Epic Games. It's Microsoft and someone else is trying to get into the cloud streaming device, or maybe Amazon. I don't know. And yeah, they've just announced it today, and they had one of the Assassin's Creed games streaming live at the event to show that it's meant to be a really good service. Because the problem with cloud gaming at the moment is it has severe lag and latency, and the reason for that is really because gaming is very intense in terms of data processing. Obviously, it's not the most intensive thing, but in terms of entertainment, it's one of the most. Because movies are intensive depending on the quality of them, but they're not as, and music's not that intensive because it's only sound. But gaming, obviously, lots of things are happening: graphics, animation, frame rates per second, and all that. Requires a lot of data per second to stream properly, and it's always been very laggy and very delayed, simply because people's internet connections around the world are not the same. In fact, I think the UK's internet connections are still pretty low in terms of the developed countries' internet speeds. It's not very high at all. I think the highest is South Korea, if I'm not much mistaken. But because everyone's internet speeds around the world is not the same, then a lot of the times it ends up being laggy and useless, especially if there's high demand for it as well. Because companies don't put enough servers out to do it, and that may be for logistical reasons, as well as business reasons and cost cutting. But yeah, it's not been that reliable. So Google entering it now. People are saying cloud gaming is going to be the way of the future. If cloud gaming becomes mainstream, I will stay away from mainstream video games. I don't like cloud gaming because, yeah, it's a convenience. It really is. Like, it's a bit, you can literally just turn it into a Netflix service, which is kind of happening already. But, which is fine, convenience-wise. But you don't own the games. Like, you don't own the movies on Netflix, you don't own the music on Spotify or whatever. You don't own it, you just pay a license to have it, and most people seem to be fine with that. But if the internet goes down, by the way, or if you lose connection to the internet, or if somehow they bar you from your license, you've lost access to all of it. At least when you buy physical media or download stuff, you've still got a copy of it. Should the internet go down, you can still access it, you still own that copy. So, ownership is changing, which I get. Yeah, that was completely pointless. Okay, well, whatever. But yeah, I get that ownership abilities are changing, but really I think they're changing for the worst. I think it's just businesses trying to... But they're making us all now dependent on services rather than actual products and ownership, and therefore they've got more control over them and you have less rights over them. So you could be paying all this money for them, but you're only paying for a license to use them. And then they can just take that license away from you at any time and still charge you the money. So in other words, you're giving them money for access, but not to own it. I don't like that. I know I'm very old school in thinking, but I just think... I do think that eventually things will end up that way. But I also think that would be really, really, really shit. Because if it does... then I feel sorry for the generations who's going to be involved in that. I really do. Because they'll say, oh no, it's a wonderful thing, it's the future. Don't be so negative near Rambler, it's so much better. And you're just really dinosaur and ancient and you don't know anything. You just don't understand. I'm like, no, I do understand perfectly. Exactly. Because, oh yeah, it does do it. Okay, well, whatever, so it doesn't matter. I do understand perfectly. you are just heading in for a big trap. You really are. But you know, whatever's at this stage, it's harmless enough because businesses won't take full control over it yet. But as soon as it becomes mainstream, oh, they will. Just like the European Union, they'll start, you know, what's the word for it? Clamping you in and turning that screw. Oh, they will, and you'll have nothing. There'll be nothing you can do about it. Except revolution, and who does that these days? Right, anyway, enough about political speak. I keep doing that now, and I'm sorry, because it just depresses people and gets them angry. Where are we actually going? That's the biggest question. I really don't know where we're going. It says something about a villa. Oh, visit Tabitha at the tavern in Logres. Right, we need to go to Logres then. Okay! Where the fuck is Logres? Oh, that's annoying. Where is Logres? Is that a Port Cadmedu? I can't remember. We need the map up, don't we? Hang on. This is irritating. Right, world map is where we need to go. So where are we heading? Alright, oh, Logres. Where is it? Logres Villa. There it is. So we need to go there, and we need to stop off at Port Zexon. Okay, that's fine. Thank you, map. Port Zexon it is. Sweet. So we are now going back on ourselves now. That's interesting. We are going back on ourselves. Lavissette's got a girlfriend. Yeah, Lavisette has a girlfriend.
I lost my mother to a demon.
She ate hers. You got nothing on her.
A Therian.
Yeah, but that's what makes you good.
I don't even know what I want anymore.
Yeah, well then you're being kind, because if you can be forgiving to demons as innocent as her,
That's pretty.
then you are pure then, and you might be able to save the world from their own malevolence. So actually, Eleanor, you might be more important than I give you credit for.
My mother... Someone very important to me gave me this. I treasure it a lot. Looking at it gives me strength. Do you want to see it?
I want to eat it.
Yeah.
Oh.
What's wrong? My face. It's scary.
Actually, your face is kind of cute. No, your face isn't scary.
I don't want to look like that. I don't want my mommy to hate me.
Why would she hate you?
Mommy!
That wasn't your fault, Eleanor. You didn't know that was coming.
Mommy!
That wasn't your fault, Eleanor.
When I was her age, that's just how I cried.
No, you could be her adopted mother or sister.
Come, Alana. I want you to see this.
Oh, Jesus. She stripped.
That huge owie. What happened?
Oh, she did strip. Oh, shit.
It's big and ugly, isn't it? There are scary things about my body, too.
So, seriously, your face isn't that scary, girl. It's kind of cute in a way. In a sort of,
Do
you know,
think
puppy
I'm
dog
scary,
cute thing.
Alana? No, not at all. But are you alright? Does that
I like your
hurt?
eyes, actually. Your eyes are pretty funky.
Thanks, sweetie. I'm alright, I promise.
Oh, that's interesting. So she's
What
got
about me?
scars and stuff.
Do you think I'm scary?
Well, if she did, she wouldn't be talking to you
You're
now, would she,
such a
you
sweetheart,
fool?
Kamala.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody could ever be scared of you.
Well, they can when you turn into that tree thing. That's kind of
Not
scary,
me.
but in this current form,
Not your
no.
mother, not Lavisette.
Lavisette, you got roped in there, buddy.
It'll be okay. I promise.
Until Veva eats you, but we'll cross onto that
Okay.
later.
That scar. Was it from a demon?
Yeah. They attacked my village when I was a girl.
Yeah, she mentioned that, didn't she? Oh, that's very
was
brave of her
so
to
hurt,
show her
I
that. And
couldn't
also,
move.
she showed her
My
breasts to
mother
that
lured them
girl.
away from me
Girls
so
see
I
more
could
action than I
survive.
have.
What happened to her?
The last thing she said to me was, "Stay strong and keep living."
It's a good call.
Oh,
Because you don't know what happens when we all die. We've all got to die one day. We don't know what happens.
Come to the deck. Grimoire says she's learned something from the book.
Cheers, Velvet. Thanks for killing the mood. But
Hey, why's your face so red?
I saw her
It's
boobie.
nothing.
Somehow I doubt that.
it's nothing. I swear.
I saw her boobie. It was very ugly. I'm sure it wasn't. I'm sure it was very pretty.
Do you all remember the second verse of that song Laphicet read earlier?
Nope.
4 Empyreans may
Oh.
tear him asunder, but so long as there is one receptive to divine power, Therian shall be forever reborn in sight of the full crimson moon.
I guess that'll be Velvet then.
That's what I've gathered you all here to discuss.
It's her! Kill
And I
her!
think that passage means that Innominat and the Therians will be revived by a chosen one, right? Yes, but the shall be forever reborn part kept bothering me. I've
That's, yeah.
reconsidered my analysis.
Oh, okay.
Suppose that instead of someone being chosen by Innominat to create Therians, the song means that Innominat chooses who becomes Therian.
Well, that would make sense at the very beginning of the game.
But so long as there is one receptive to divine power, Therians shall be forever reborn. What do you think that could mean?
So a Therion that isn't scarred
that
or
someone
hurt.
receptive to Innominat's power will be reborn as a Therian.
Oh,
Like Kamoana.
there you go.
Which is to say that the Abbey figured out how to turn people into Therians,
Yes.
and then got right
And
to work.
Artorias was the one who did it with Velvet.
Are you really that surprised? Artorias has always been one to prioritize the many over the individual, as I well know.
Yeah, and he
Another
did it
thing
with
to
you because he
consider
worked out
is
to
this
do it,
wording
didn't he?
about Therians being forever reborn.
I know, you mentioned that
This
earlier.
could mean that one Therian will be reborn again and again. Or it could mean that different Therians will be born to take their place. Meaning that even if you kill one, there are more waiting in line. They can't be wiped out.
Looks like prioritizing the one over the many was the right call this time. Eh, Velvet?
I never said I wouldn't kill her, if it would prevent Innominat's reawakening. But Therians can't be killed. Not truly.
Oh, that's interesting. I guess that's an important plot point for when Velvet
So,
dies later
in
in the
a
game.
nutshell,
Not that I
if you kill
know.
one,
I'm not saying that
another
happens. I
person
don't
who's
know. I'm
receptive
just
to
guessing it
Innominat's
will.
power be reborn
And that's
as
just
one.
kind of like a hint saying she
Right.
will die, but then
the
somehow
song says
come
that
back.
7 mouths feed the body. So there's only so many around.
If you don't kill them, the next ones won't be born.
Exactly. So we remove the 7 Therians from their Earth Pulse points instead. But then,
Keep them in a
we
box.
also have to protect them so the Abbey doesn't steal them back. Or kill them.
Fair enough. So in other words, you're not breaking the cycle. You're
We've
just
gotta
halting it.
protect my bug, too.
Yeah, you take real good care of that thing now.
So yeah. So basically they're halting it. Well, we've got 3.
In that case,
So
we should
that's
probably
surely
work
we
on
only need.
securing a
You don't need
proper
all
hideout
7,
for
do you? You
ourselves.
just need 3.
You got a secret base or anything, Eisen?
It's every man's fantasy, but sadly, I don't.
Yeah, good point.
We
No, I
need
wish
a
I had a secret base.
hard-to-find spot. One where we can guarantee a steady supply of malevolence for the Therians.
Somewhere devoid of people but full of malevolence. Real poser you got there.
With the Abbey in control of the entire continent, finding a place like that will be easier said than done.
Meanwhile, Innominat's reawakening draws ever closer. We'll have to keep collecting our Therians while we search for a hideout. For now, let's just get to Logris.
Fair enough. Sounds like a battle plan. She seems doubtful though. It could be that, actually thinking about it, maybe Innominat wants us to collect the Therion so he can be reborn. Maybe that's part of the reborning ritual that's, you know, not included in the text, or it's in the small print, you know, in the dot in the eye, that kind of thing. Maybe collecting all the Therions is actually what he wants. That's the twist, you see.
Hey, old man! Give me all the water and food you got!
What, nothing else? Cash?
Turn, moron! I was drifting out at sea for 3 days! Almost died out there!
Yeah, dick.
Poor you! You probably deserved it!
Well, seriously, dick. I mean, there's
Say
probably
that
context
again,
for it,
wise
but...
ass! I dare ya!
A double dare you,
Shut up,
motherfucker!
both of you! No one's getting anything until you pay me what you owe first.
That's probably the good call, actually.
Are they gonna be okay?
Does it matter? They're
Don't pay
assholes.
them any mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Sailors are just a short-tempered bunch, that's all.
No, yeah, nicely played there, Velvet.
Huh? The hell are you doing?
Oh shit, what's going
going
down?
on?
Oh yeah, because he used to be helping us,
They've
didn't he?
jacked up the price to dock our ship here.
Oh, well, we did
Oh,
fuck
yeah?
shit up.
Some real balls you've got there, buddy.
Well, why not? He can if he
If
wants.
you lot want to moor here, that's the price you're gonna pay. Look, pirates are a liability to begin with, but calling your crew infamous these days would be putting it lightly.
No, we could just kill you.
The more wanted you are, the more it's gonna cost to hide you. Capiche?
Well, how are we wanted?
Hard to argue there. Benwick, just pay the man what he wants.
Yeah, he's got a point.
Yes, sir. You're such pushovers. You and the captain both.
I knew I could count on you to come through, Eisen. Pleasure doing business with you.
He's probably going to betray us anyway, but it gives us a bit of peace of mind. No, I can see where you're coming from, but sometimes
Looks
you've
like
got to
I'm
do it.
causing you trouble.
It comes with the job. Don't sweat it.
Yeah, trust me, your boobs will make up for it.
Longer tempers than others.
True. Yes.
Noted.
Ooh. She's like, yes. They certainly do have longer things. Maybe I might bat for the same team. I mean, the other team. I mean, a different team. That's the one I'm thinking of. Opposite teams. Right, anyway. Let's just sort of have a quick talk with some key people. Oops, I've gone the wrong way. Let's talk with some key people for now. See what's what.
Alright, everything's all fixed up. Now to polish this ship from top to bottom.
Cool.
You really throw your back into your work, don't you?
Why shouldn't I? The Von Eltia is our pride and joy, our weapon. And most importantly, our home.
Good
I'm
point.
sure you've heard this before, but she's one odd-looking ship.
The Von Eltia was built by the Kingdom 12 years ago, using the very best technology available. She was designed for search and seizure operations on the high seas. Apparently, her unusual design comes from an engineer who is familiar with technology from the far continent.
But on her maiden voyage, a string of mysterious accidents took the lives of the captain, then the second, and then the third in command.
Cthulhu!
She thought the ship was bad luck. She was about to be scrapped when Captain Eifried came and snatched her for himself.
If the ship was bad luck, why did Eifried want it?
Cheap.
Well, I'm sure part of it was that he wanted a sturdy ship, capable of reaching the far continent. But when I asked him why, he said, "She looks interesting."
She's too interesting if you ask me. We've been chased by storms, struck by icebergs, attacked by a giant whale. You name it.
3 years ago when the first mate arrived, it all made sense. To think we'd been haunted by a Reaper the whole time.
Oh, come on. Don't go blaming the captain and the first mate for every bad thing that happens.
Yeah, blame the ship.
You're all just frustrated because you're forced to go where they tell you.
None of us are forced to be here. We're here because we choose to be here. And we do so fully knowing what sort of men the captain and the first mate are.
Anyone can leave the crew whenever they like. We're free pirates, each of us, here because we want to be. Some of us love adventure, some are looking to test their fate, and some are just searching for a good place to die. We're a ragtag bunch of rogues, that's for sure. But not a one of us has died carrying regret or resentment.
So we're glad to help out you and yours. But you'd best not forget what we stand for.
I won't.
They're quite the crew, aren't they?
Yeah, they're quite committed.
Were all those accidents truly caused by your power?
Yeah. I've been searching far and wide for a way to lift the Reaper's curse. But when I couldn't find a single thread to follow on this continent, I turned my eyes to the other side of the ocean.
And that's why you boarded this ship.
And a fine ship she is. The Von Eltia was built from 1,000-year-old wood, you know. Before I found my coin, she was my vessel. But then the accidents came.
And then Eifried stole the ship. Did he know you were on board?
Definitely. He had pretty solid resonance going for him. Although at first, I think he assumed I was just a dour-eyed lubber worthy of little notice.
I suppose being a Reaper tends to take its toll like that.
No argument there. But still, whether they could see me or not, they didn't act any differently at all. I fought my damn curse with everything I had. And Eifried and his crew fought right along with me. Hell, we even finally made it to the far continent.
And you didn't find anything there? To help with your curse?
I didn't even look.
But that's why you went there,
Yes,
isn't it?
wait, what?
Eventually, I just got tired of fighting back. The crew, they taught me how to feel alive. And the joy of pursuing my dreams alongside good friends.
Damn. That was a deep conversation right there. I actually really enjoyed that and agreed with most of what was said. Ah, very insightful. See, again, games writing. Sometimes it's bloody brilliant. I gotta hand it to the games writers. They know how to pull all the right strings and play all the philosophy cards and perspective cards and, you know, reality cards. It's good. It's good stuff. I took the boat out to go crabbing. I just come back with a net full of shrimp. That's not a problem. They both turn red when you boil them, so they're pretty much the same. Shrimp, crab, octopus, or squid. It's all in the name in your stomach. It's all the same in your stomach, but not necessarily the same name. Wait, squid doesn't turn red. Yeah, but I still like it, so what's the sense of quibbling? It doesn't turn red. Get the fuck over it! Okay. Yeah, I do. I like it. I think that's, again, the writing and just the ideas floating around. You've heard them before in many of the stories, but I think this does it really well, and it's just sort of like a... It's the tone as well. It's the tone and the context and everything. You just kind of buy into it.
When are we going to be allowed free access through Vortigern? Having to go all the way around it every time is far too inconvenient. If they insist on building a big gate over the sea, the least they can do is let honest folks
Oh yeah, we fucked that up,
I
didn't
get
we?
why you're upset, but maybe they just haven't been able to devote the resources to fix it after those savage demons wrecked the place.
My bad.
Look, those demons who attacked Helavis are still on the loose, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
Standing right here.
From
Yep.
what I heard, the demons
I like
who
that
wrecked
as well.
Vortigern were the same ones that killed the High Priest.
What? No way. Wait a minute. The High Priest was killed?
Yeah. The official story is that he's injured or sick or something, but I heard differently.
Then no wonder they haven't had time for Vortigern. I hope the Abbey finds those demons quick. Those monsters need to pay for what they did.
Looks like our infamy is growing by the day.
Maybe they've even put a bounty on us by now.
They keep embellishing our escapades, though. I'm honestly a little hurt they're calling us monsters.
The more they embellish, the easier it is for us to get around. Confusion and panic will only help us.
Very true. It means that we can hide in plain sight. Very true indeed. Right, okay, I think what we're going to do now is I am actually going to end the video here pretty much. I'm sorry it's a little bit shorter than usual, but that's because I am recording this a bit late. I need to go to bed because I've got a full day of work tomorrow, which I haven't had in a few months, and I'm kind of looking forward to it, and also dreading it a bit because it's a full day of work. I'm like, oh, I'm going to be so tired at the end of it, but I know it's good for me. I'll earn some money. I'm putting it away this time. I'm probably trying to save money this time. I'm selling a load of stuff off my end. A lot of my Nintendo collection's going because I can't financially sustain it anymore, and I'm being silly with it. And I want to put that money towards a new car and a few other bits and bobs as well as financial stability. So yeah, so it's all good. I'm finally beginning to reform myself. Better late than never, and it may get cut down, you know, before my prime and all that stuff. But I am actually making some very real changes, and I feel good about them, and they feel like they're actually going to work this time. Obviously, touch wood, it does, but you know, I actually feel good about it, which is good. Which might even mean I can have some money saved up to get a new computer, so I get a new PC or a new laptop or whatever, and I can play Dark Souls 3 and other stuff. And oh, the possibilities are endless. But one thing at a time. Looks like you finished the hunt. I figured it was about time. Yeah, sorry, we're really late about that, but there you go. The harbour town smells of the sea, tra-la-la-la. Oh, what a place to be, la-la-la. Oh, checking requests, here you go. So have we actually got any more then? No, we have! Queen of the Seas. Oh no, we did it. Yeah. So we have none so far. We've defeated them all. Oh, okay, that's fine. Cool. So yeah, you don't seem to be giving us any more, but I think there was only like 8 or 10 that they were going to give us, so... I don't know. Right, well, before we do finish up, let's just speak to a few other people, and we'll go and sleep at the inn as well. I was able to play dice every night thanks to one of criminals. You need a place to dock? I'm your man. Nothing baffles that guy. Coming from you, that says a lot. Yeah, well, he's doing business. I get what he's doing. We've got a huge order for supplies from the Van Vav Alley. They're doing well, it seems. That helps us too. Cool. Yeah, I know when he's like, I've got to jack the prices up. Well, yeah, it makes it harder for him. You know, he's got to work harder to keep you disguised. Of course he's going to want more money. It's more risk, isn't it? Why are the Aldina plains to the east of Danham Highway closed off? There's been a string of terrible storms out there. The weather just isn't right. It really is the era of disaster. I don't know if that was my fault or not, but I will... I'll take a hit on that one. Right, okay, staying at the inn. At least the inn prices haven't gone up. That's a positive. Got a cutscene there. Oh, there's a person to speak to.
I heard that the merchants in Port Renede are making a killing now that the sea gate is shut tight.
No. Nothing compared to a merchant like you.
There are people profiting from this?
Of course
What
they
are you
will.
talking about? Anyone who wants to
They're all
head to
gonna have,
Northgate
you know,
has to
they're all
sail
full
around
of
Westgate
demon
now.
stuff.
And those ships need to put into Port Renede for supplies.
That is true. Still, it's only until Vortigern is repaired.
Your friends in Renede wouldn't happen to be paying off the Abbey to delay repairs, would they?
You think that'd work on the Abbey? They're not as lax as the church was.
So that's it. You're in cahoots with the church.
Hey, relax. I'm just saying, there's a lot of nasty rumors circulating about those priests.
So not everyone's been hurt by Vortigern's closure. Interesting.
No, of course not.
There's a front and back to every coin.
Yeah, exactly.
Except your coin only ever turns up tails.
Yeah, that's a bit late. If you sniff out any good deals, let me in, eh? You scratch my back, scratch yours and all that? Yeah. These are times when we need to help each other out. Fingers crossed behind my back, knife at the ready. You got yourself a deal. Stab. Cool. Alright then. Next time then, what we shall do is... Oh, no, hang on. There's one more person to speak to there. Next time then, I guess we'll explore around the area. We've got to go find someone, haven't we? Some person we've spoken to before about something, I forget. But even so, we'll do that next time. The invention of the compass in Southgate's unification paved way for a century of advancements in sailing. But all that progress has gone to waste since the opening. Nowadays, even keeping Abbey-managed routes open stretches our resources to the limits. It's a shame, really. If it weren't for Demon Blight, we'd be living a new age of the sail. Regular voyages to the far continents. Can you imagine? Yeah, well, it turns out, buddy, that the demon thing's been with us the whole time. Or whatever's. So, yeah, there was just... Is there a save point around here? Oh, it's back at the ship, isn't it? Boo! Alright then, what can I say? Thank you very much for watching. If you have done, and I hope you've enjoyed it, and the revelations that have come by. If you weren't aware of them because you're watching this blind as I'm playing it blind or whatever, so in which case you would be watching this blind, because if you were watching this blind you wouldn't be able to see. But you know what I mean by watching it blind, as in you've never watched this game before or whatever. So the point being is I hope you enjoyed it and the revelations were whatever. But yeah, interesting plot points being summed up. So I am still looking forward to how this game's going to end. Obviously going to be tragically, but I like the fact that it pointed out so Therians can come back. That Velvet pointed out. So I imagine that she is going to die, but then she'll come back and something along those lines. Maybe. That's the happy ending for me. Or you can't ever truly kill a Therian. And she's quite a special Therian because, like we said at the beginning of the game, we saw what we believe to be a Nominat really pick on her and throw her out of the pit as a Therion. And yet... it's now been revealed that the Abbey has known about this and is trying to create Therions on purpose to collect malevolence to get Inomiat summoned. So I'm guessing back when the chasm opens, what they called it, the opening or whatever it was, when Velvet was a kid, and you know, the first time the Red Moon Night, whatever happened, at the very beginning of the game, the very opening cutscene, I'm guessing Artorias has learned how to make Therions, and that's why he's risen up and he used Velvet as an experiment. Because he's obviously after power, and he is, I think it's Exorcist, isn't it? Exorcist can see Malix and communicate with Malix. I can't remember what he was called back then, or not a clairvoyant, a medium or something like that. I'm sure it was touched upon that that they could see Malix and demons that people couldn't until the red thing happened. So who knows? But anyway, regardless, all will be revealed. So take it easy, have a good one, hope you're well, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, bye for now.